Hi girls, it's Brittany. I am doing this video just because I've had some girls on my team express that they are a little nervous about doing home parties, or they felt like they didn't really have the resources to be successful at a home party. So I am just posting this to share some of the things that I take along. That way you have some hints on how to start, and of course you can tailor this in any way that you would like. Just as a disclaimer, I am fairly new at this. I just started in the last week of January. But since then, I've seen a whole lot of success. I am now a senior lead consultant, so this is really only my second full month at working Jamberry, and it's been going wonderful. So I know that the idea of a home party can be very stressful. It can make you feel anxious or nervous, and you're not really sure what to do. But I would so encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and give it a try. I have had great success with home parties. People come to home parties with the intent to buy something typically. It's very rare that someone shows up and doesn't order there or places an order after the party. So I just want to share some of the things that I take. That way you have a better idea of what to prepare for. So my first set that I bring is just my tote that's full of my application items. So I have my application kit. I, of course, take my heater and of course, samples to do for girls. I also make sure that I have an abundance of pens. In here I have a whole lot of them. I also take what supplies I have from Jamberry. So I have some lacquers and the nail oil and the top coat and all of those things. So I basically just take what I have so that people can see it, and if they have questions about it, then I can answer them and sort of direct them like, here, this is something that's similar or something that you might like. The other thing that I take with me is another 31 tote that's just a medium size. I take with me books, of course. Very important to make sure that your information is on the back. It doesn't have to be on a fancy sticker. If you are interested in this sticker, you can find it on the workstation under one of the tabs. I'm not sure which, but you can just populate your information into it and the logo is already there. But if girls take this along, it's really helpful that they have your contact information and website. That way, if they want to reorder, reach out to you, they have that stuff right there with the book. The other thing that I have a binder that I take to parties, and so I stick all of the things that I'm going to show you down in here. That way it's nice and neat and all in one place. The other thing that I take is my personal Jamberry collection. This is not as fancy as you might think. It's just a photo album. 4x6 size, and so I just put my collection in there. This is really helpful because as people are looking through the books or they're finding things that they tend to gravitate towards, I can point out similar things or the wrap that I have that matches that. Again, it's just really helpful for them to see the product and they know what they're getting when they purchase. The other thing that I think is really important about when you take inventory along, I have a set of the Jamberry Juniors, just because it's very helpful. Oftentimes, women will bring their little girls, grandmothers will bring their grandkids. So it's really helpful if you have little girls there to size them, so to stick them over their fingers and see how they work or how they measure up as compared to the regular size. The other one that I have in there that I think is really important is the French tips. I have pretty long nails, and so I actually bought the longest version of the French tips, but it's really nice because when girls are looking at them, not only can they use the sizing guide in the book, but they can also check mine out and put them on their fingers and see how it compares, and that gives us a better idea of what size they should order. So on to the things that I take with me to the party and that I lay on the table or pass out. I have this game. This is out there on the internet somewhere. It's just like a left and right passing game. There are a ton of games that you can choose from. Feel free to use whatever you want. I prefer this game because it's very simple. I just have to read it, and it tells the customers a whole lot about Jamberry. It tells, how long our wraps last. It tells that it's all made in the USA. It's very similar to the picture that we post on Facebook parties about all the benefits of Jamberry. So this is a really good one. This kind of doubles as I don't have to create a script. I don't have to write anything down. It's pretty much all here, which is great. What I typically take for prizes, I have these little envelopes. Again, you do not have to use anything fancy, but I had these left over from my wedding for favors, and so I stick a little accent sheet in each of these. And I have the girls make a circle, and I start one at like, 2 spots in the circle, and then they pass them, and then of course whoever ends up with them at the end gets to keep them. Accent sheets are very cheap and a very smart giveaway, because this is something that the girls can actually use and see how they work, and they can practice with them before their order comes in. You'll notice that I have a lot of my stuff laminated. I only do that because we happen to have a small laminator. But these little sheets you can purchase at Walmart or anywhere else like that. It just helps to make sure that your papers don't get crinkled. So not necessary, but something to just keep your supplies neat. Other thing I take is the Hostess exclusives. Always like to make sure that that chart is there and people are able to see, and for the hostess to see. It's also a good reference for me. If I'm totaling up parties, I can look on here and see how much they've earned, or how much is coming, or how much more that they need to get to their next level, I should say. Other thing that I take is our holiday exclusives. Now, it's obviously getting pretty late in the season for that, so I'll probably stop taking these since they're only available through April 15th. I will take them till then, just because especially the Valentine sets, in my experience, are still very big sellers. I also always take the sister style exclusive, just because it's not in the book and girls are really interested in knowing what our latest trends are and things like that. So I always like to include that. The one thing that I've been meaning to print and have not yet, and I would highly recommend, are the autism awareness wraps and the heart health awareness for our commitment to charity line. People are more apt to buy if they know it's going to a good cause. I've been meaning to print that, just have not done it yet. Other thing that I take that's very helpful, I have a couple of these, and it's really just a big diagram of what a Jamberry wrap looks like. So what I typically do is pull out one of my wraps and hold it up in front of this and just show people this is how it works. This is how you get one manicure, second manicure, and then pedicure, and you still have additional sizes or extras to do an accent nail if you would like. What else can I show you? I also got these. I believe I got this picture from the Shortcakes page, but it's just a picture. Again, it's just kind of bundles and packages. I always post this in my Facebook parties. I have like 10 of these that I always provide just so girls can see that they're bundled together. Obviously, they don't have to buy this way, but again, it's easier if they can visualize the sets together and know how much it's going to cost them without having to think too hard about it and add it up themselves from the book. I always take like a host and join brochure. I make sure that I have business cards with me. Of course, I take my computer. I always ask and make sure that they have wireless internet at their house. That way I can order and do the checkouts for them. That way the girls don't have to go home and place the orders or do it themselves. The other thing that I have found to be a huge selling piece and a way to really bump your sales, this is what I use for my order form. I believe this picture was also found on Shortcakes. If not, I can post it. But it basically advertises our party package and shows us that for $84 you can get the 4 wraps, so the buy 3 get 1, the application kit with oil, and the heater. So if you buy all these items separate, it comes out to $101.50, but if you purchase as a bundle, it's $84. Just so you know, when you enter these items together in an order, it automatically totals to $84. So there's nothing special that you have to do except for just enter the things together. If girls are not interested in that package, no big deal. They can just place their order on the back. However, I've had at least one person and as many as 3 people do this package. Again, they may not have done this had they not seen the picture, but I'm just giving it to them. I say, no pressure. I just want to make sure that if you're interested and you need the heater and the tools and you want to get it all together, it does save you a lot of money. Again, no pressure. If that's not what you're interested in, go ahead and fill out what you would like on the back, and I'd be happy to check you out with that as well. The other thing that I always take are these little surveys. These are also available on the workstation. I also take these to vendor events, actually, and it's a really good form to use to get leads. So it's just name, address, email, all those things. But it asks questions to the customer. So would they like to host a party? Yes, no, maybe. Would you like information on earning extra money while enjoying a flexible schedule? Yes, no, or maybe. Also, would you like to be kept up to date on our latest nail wraps and new products? If they click yes on this, what I typically do is just create a spreadsheet enter their email addresses, and then if we do get a new wrap, for example, our Mother's Day special, you can email them and just say, hey girls, wanted to let you know this is our latest, whatever you want to say. And then the last one, I would like to get more information on fundraisers or gift certificates. If you have questions about those things, feel free to message me, ask questions, but that'll be for another day. So anyway, that's basically what I take to a party. Again, I would so encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone, get a home party on the books, at least to give it a try. Again, it's a really good way to bump your PRV quickly because people go to parties with the intention of purchasing something. Also at the parties, I of course do sample. So typically the girls eat, I give them a book and lay the things out on the table so they can look at it. I just kind of mingle. I would encourage you to not be too professional. Just kind of be yourself, hang out, ask questions, talk to the girls, see how they know the hostess, you know, and talk about yourself a little bit. If you do something else, if you have another job, you know, feel free to talk about that as well. But again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with just going there and being yourself and having a good time with the girls. You know, if we're coming off as trying to be professional or a specific way, people can pick up on that. So again, just be yourself, have fun with it. Again, great opportunity to bump your PRV, and it's good experience, and it gets easier every time that you do it. So that's all for now. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. Thanks.